Well, you're about to see information that has never been seen before regarding the all male elite club known as the Bohemian Grove. Now, if you followed my channel, you know I've kind of dived into all of that, but allegedly a journalist has got his hands on a document that reportedly is the list of names from members at Bohemian Grove. And you guys are going to be floored at who's on it. In fact, it's about 2,200 names. But in case you're not aware of what Bohemian Grove is, I want to just dive in a little bit to that. I know most of you know, but there are liberals listening to this channel. But here it is, Britannica, the Bohemian Club. And here's their version of it. The Bohemian Clubs is an elite invitation-only social club founded in San Francisco in 1872 by a group of male artists, writers, actors, lawyers, and journalists, all of whom were wealthy, had some measure of fame, and were interested in the arts. We're going to call it that, and culture. Since its founding, the club has expanded to include politicians and businessmen, and even Hollywood officials, I would say, or Hollywood stars. I don't like to give them that title. But the club is known especially for its annual summer retreat, at which is known as the Bohemian Grove in the Red Forest of California's Sonoma County, an event cloaked in secrecy and controversy, and that's putting it lightly. Now, the term actual Bohemian Grove was meant to conjure the cultural, intellectual urbanite. They chose an owl as the club's totem and gathered regularly to socialize, drink, and put on theatrical and musical performances. I say that with a wink and a nod, and I'm going to get into all of that. I've got so much to share with you guys on this, but I got to give a quick shout out to my sponsor. You ever see something that just speaks to you and you instantly know that it is going to turn some heads? Well, that is exactly what happened when I bought these Never Surrender Trump Gold sneakers. They're anything but subtle, and the truth of the matter is, they're not supposed to be. In fact, on the shoes, the words never surrender are written right on the side of the shoe. And that's the kind of thing that I want written on my shoe because it really hits home. And you know what? I put these on and I wear them around. They are really comfortable, lightweight, and they are absolutely meant to be worn, not hidden. You want to make a statement? Well, these are the shoes that are going to do that. And the good news is right now for my audience, they are giving up to 30% discount while inventory lasts, and they are on limited supply, so you're going to want to check it out. All you have to do to check that out is go to www.themagaoffers.com/Lisa, or you can give them a call at 1-855-550-MAGA, and make sure to use my code Lisa for even more savings. With all of that, if you want more information, click that more button if you're on your cell phone, or click the link in the description box below. And by the way, check out those shoes. They are freaking awesome. You won't be disappointed. But with that, Bohemian Grove was infiltrated years ago by Alex Jones, and he revealed the fact that they did this theatrical musical performance known as The Creation of Care, in which many believed they were basically mocking putting a child on an altar to the owl god and sacrificing it. Let me show you some footage that was leaked a long time ago. I'm going to have a crisper one here. But this is the cremation of care ceremony at the Bohemian Grove.
No care, and all the winds they carry without us. Hail, fellowship's eternal flame. Once again, midsummer sets us free.
But there's that. Now there's crisper footage that was leaked, I believe, in 2024. And here's this footage here. You can kind of see it. This is a whole 30 minutes of it, so I'm going to kind of go through it quickly. You can see it at a distance. You can hear them. I'm not going to play the audio, but it's the whole ceremony for you that they've got on record. And you can see them walking through the forest. It really looks like a cult. To me, it looks very cultish. They're dressed in robes and garbs. They've got flames and fires. They're worshiping this eagle here. It's very satanic in nature, as my personal opinion on that. I don't think too many people would disagree with them. But this was leaked from the Bohemian Grove, and you can see them coming out here in their suits and making sacrifice. But isn't that how the left and Satanism works. They put everything on in a theatrical performance. Here's a picture of the owl at night when they're doing a what I'm going to call a mock sacrifice, right? And here's a picture of the facility, like the whole map layout of Bohemian Grove. So you can see they have an awful lot of space. So I think they have an awful lot of traffic from really, really rich people. They even have their own website here as well. But getting on to that list of names, who was on it? Well, there's been a small list of names that have leaked in the past, right? And I'll show you this. This is on that Britannica, and they include Clint Eastwood, Henry Kissinger, Walter Cronkite, Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, Charles Schwab, Amber Bierce, Bret Hart, Mark Twain, Jack London. Some of these people no longer live today, but there is a bigger list that has reportedly been leaked. And this is the alleged leaked, right? According to this journalist. It hasn't been fully solidified, but here's this. And this is on zerohedge.com. Bohemian Grove membership list leaked. An independent journalist has obtained and published what appears to be the 2023 attendance list for ultra secretive Bohemian Grove, the annual summer encampment of the all-male Bohemian Club in Sonoma County, California, providing a rare look at the roster of American elites who gather at the Shadow Retreat. The list, first shared by Substack journalist Daniel Bogslaw and authenticated by at least one club member, lists more than 2,200 names organized by the club's distinctive camps. So there's no way to say, oh, this is 100% the list, but it has been authenticated by one member. But outside of that, this is all we have. So this is what they are alleging the list is. Now, among the list are these people, and this is who they've gone through quickly and pulled out: Henry Kissinger, Michael Bloomberg, Charles Koch, James Baker III, David Rockefeller, no shocker there, you got the Kissingers and the Rockefellers, Paul Pelosi, Mr. Pelosi's, Nancy Pelosi's husband, Edwin Meese, David Rubenstein, Harlow Crow, Richard B. Myers. So these are some of the prominent names that we have found. There's a lot of names to go through, but to give you an idea, here's the actual list. And you can see this list is 63 pages long. You might recognize some of the names as you go through it, but this is the member list of who has been attending these events. You can actually plug in names here and it'll kind of go through and pick that up. So something you definitely play with as well. But I'm going to leave a link in the description box below. You guys can check that out as well for this list, and on Restricted Republic as well. But I thought that was really interesting. Now we actually have a list of people, who they are. It would take me a good hour to go through all of those names. But that's why I wanted to show you guys, because it's interesting, because we have this group of people who I believe are calling at least some of the shots, not many of them, here in the United States of America and all over the world. This is the richest people of the world. It takes, I think, millions of dollars to be a part of this club. So it's nothing you and I would ever want to do, by the way, because I believe it's very satanic in nature and very demonic. And there's also rumors of real sacrifices happening there. And I'll leave that for Restricted Republic to talk about another day. But a lot of people speculate that there is some more devious stuff going around. There's been people missing, people come up missing, people who show up who haven't made it out. These are the rumors and theories going around, and I think they've got some backing to them as well. But either way, whether or not that is the case, there's a lot of secrecy, there's a lot of hush, and only the in crowd, the uber top 1%, can make it to this club. And now it's interesting, assuming this list is legit. But with that, wanted to share all of that with you. Can't wait to read your thoughts, comments, and concerns. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.